A critical leverage point in a sale is when you're talking to someone trying to sell them a product or a service and they say something that doesn't make sense, you must stop them and ask them a question so that they themselves realize why what they're saying doesn't make sense. So here's an example. In my agency, we sell digital marketing services, and sometimes I'll be talking to a client and I'll tell him that, okay, we can get you, let's just say dental leads, because we work with a lot of dentists. We can get you leads at a cost of, you know, $80 per lead. And let's say we're talking about dental implants. And then he might tell me, oh, whoa, $80 a lead, that's too high. I have another agency that I've worked with that gets me leads for $30 a lead. And at this point, what I would actually say is, oh, okay, so you're telling me your current agency can get you leads at $30 per lead. Okay, great. And how many of those leads turn into new patients? Maybe he's like 1 in 4. So I'm like, okay, awesome. So you're getting new dental implant patients for $120 per patient. That's amazing, because dental implant patients are gonna be worth several $1,000s each. So if it's working so well with your current agency, then why are you looking to change that? Why not just scale that up? Now, when you ask that question, it does two things. For one, they're going to tell you what's not working about the current agency. And two, it makes it look like you're not desperate to close the sale, because on first take, it looks like you're saying, hey, instead of working with me, why don't you just work with this agency that's getting you great results? However, what you as a salesperson know deep down is that they wouldn't be on the phone with you if the results from the other agency were actually as good as they're saying they are. Because sometimes the prospect will lie a little bit to try to get a better deal out of you and say that the other agency is delivering results that they're not actually delivering. So when I ask the question, wow, you're getting new patients for $120 per patient, they're buying dental implants, why are you not just scaling it up with your existing agency? Those results are really good. Then they'll say, well, the problem is that the leads don't close, or the problem is that they all have Medicaid insurance that's really bad that we don't accept. Or the problem is, oh, they're only able to get us 2 or 3 leads a month at that rate and they can't get us any more. Then I would say, okay, great. So the issue with them is not the cost per lead, but it's the volume of leads that they can get you. So we can't get you leads for that price, but we can get you a way higher volume of leads. Does it make sense to pay whatever it is, $300 for a new patient if they're going to spend a couple $1,000s? And they might say one of two things. They might say, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Or they might say, no, $300 is too much. And I'm like, okay, so just to get this straight, you're not willing to spend $300 to get a new patient that's going to bring you $3,000 of revenue. That's a 10 times return on investment. And at this point, they'll say, again, two things. They might say, okay, you're right, that is actually a good ROI, let's keep going. Or they might say, no, that's still too much. Then at this point, I let them go. I say, okay, no problem. If you're looking for an ROI that's greater than 10x, then we can't help you. And not at all mean to be confrontational, but if any agency out there says they're going to get you an ROI greater than 10x, they're probably not telling you the truth, because that doesn't really exist in a business as competitive as dental marketing. It's just not a thing. It doesn't ever happen. And there will be a small percentage of prospects that were never serious in the first place about purchasing your services, and they're basically just wasting your time, or they're hoping that they're going to find some unicorn agency that can get them a 20 times return on investment. And you're better off ending things with them early anyways, because even if you did offer them some crazy guarantee that you can't fulfill, they sign on, you're going to charge back your card, ask for a refund after the first month. And the reason why in 8 years of business I haven't had a single chargeback is because I don't accept clients like that. I'm more realistic up front with what we can guarantee. So in the sales cycle, if you don't stop them and ask those hard questions, then you'll never close the sale, because you've built no authority with them. And as a salesperson, you have to have the courage to ask those hard questions. Another thing that is similar to what I'm talking about is when clients say, what kind of guarantee do you offer? Now, some agencies will guarantee that they're going to close they're like, hey, I guarantee you're going to get 10 new dental implant patients. Never in my life have I guaranteed a new patient number, because I'm only in control of generating the leads. Unless I have a salesperson who calls the leads, takes their credit card information over the phone and books it in for the client, which some agencies do. We don't. We're a lead gen agency. We're not a sales agency. So I tell them, look, I can only, I'm very transparent in how I do business and very honest. in good faith, I can only guarantee you something that we have control over. I wish I could guarantee you how many new patients you're going to get, but because I don't have control of your sales process, because I don't have direct control of your front desk staff, it would be irresponsible of me to guarantee that. So I can guarantee you we're going to get you this many leads, but beyond that, it's up to you and your team to handle them properly. And again, there'll be a small percentage of clients that are like, oh, if you can't guarantee me this, I'm not working with you. And that's fine. You don't want to work with those people anyway. And what I do say when someone gives me a hard time is I said, look, in business, there's always a risk. If I had a 100% risk-free way to 100% scale your business, then I would be an overnight billionaire, because there's no such thing in business as a 100% risk-free opportunity. If it was 100% risk-free, then everyone would use it and it would get priced out of the market and it wouldn't be an opportunity. And that's 100% true. That's how business works. And if you're talking to a prospect that doesn't understand that and they're entitled, and again, they're looking for a unicorn, someone to guarantee them results without them having to take any risk, then they're just wasting your time. And it is 100% in your best interest to not work with a client like that. So that's why I go into sales calls. It's a powerful frame to have, because if they can sense that you're not going to take their delusion seriously, they will take you more seriously. They're more likely to sign on with you. And if they're a time waster, you're more likely to end the conversation with them quickly. So this is a quick rant on sales. I see people make these same mistakes all the time. Be willing to walk away from the deal, tell them the truth of how this actually works, and be willing to ask the hard questions that point out their delusions. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.